Oh, I'm just a bill at the city council, and I shouldn't pass, but probably will. Well, it's a long journey to Indiana's capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee, but I know I will be voted on someday. At least I hope and pray that I will, but today I am still just a bill. Okay, fine. So technically at the city level, we call these resolutions or proposals and not bills. But I mean, like, you guys try coming up with a rhyme scheme that works with resolution. This is comedy gold. I hope you guys all realize this and appreciate it for what it is. All right, today I wanted to talk about a bunch of the different resolutions coming in front of the City County Council this month and try to explain the somewhat complex process that the resolutions take to get from introduction to committee to finally being voted on for final adoption. This month, we have several important resolutions being introduced tomorrow night, Monday, July 6th, at the City County Council building. Meeting starts at 7 p.m. As always, I meet at 6 p.m. with anybody who wants to talk with me about any political issue. I'm right down there with the people. Instead of being in back rooms, that's why we call it the People's Caucus. Come to me with any issue you want, but I think there's several issues that people will be coming about this month. First is data centers. Yes, that's right. Last week, the Metropolitan Development Commission just totally ignored constituent feedback, ignored me saying that my constituents are calling them crooks.
Not let the people of Indianapolis think that you are nothing but a bunch of crooks.
And moved ahead with proposing a really horrible lack of guardrails, special use ordinance that's going to go in front of the City County Council. But this bill is just being introduced tomorrow night, which means if you show up just to talk about data centers, you will get to talk to Jesse Brown, which, what joy, what fun. We'll get to talk for an hour if you want. But after that, it does not actually proceed to a vote. There's no public comment. There's not really anything else that happens in regards to data centers. You'll get to hear the clerk of the council read out loud what the resolution says.
Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Madam President. The following proposals were referred to the Administration and Finance Committee. Proposal number 161, 2026, introduced by Councilor Mascari, appoints Mary E. Allen to the Equal Opportunity Advisory Board. Proposal number 162, 2026, introduced by Councilor Nielsen, modifies several ordinances related.
Which is very, very valuable. It's definitely not a gigantic waste of taxpayer time and of the energy of our lovely clerk. But after resolutions are introduced like this, they then are sent to committee, usually later that same month. In this case, that one goes to the Metropolitan Economic Development Committee, which is the following Monday, the 13th. That's where you'll get a chance to have public comment about what about this proposal you like and don't like, and where you can demand that our counselors say, no data centers, institute a moratorium, we don't want big tech controlling our lives. Other bills, resolutions rather, being introduced tomorrow night include one that I'm proud to have sponsored that would eliminate mandatory parking minimums downtown. This isn't nearly as sexy as some of the other stuff I work on, but it's super impactful. It would mean more affordable housing, more density, more walkability, more bikeability, better efficiency for transit, and it would also let the free market decide more, which is a weird position to be in favor of as a socialist, but in this case, it actually is helpful. We can chat about it more down in the comments if you want. That was also just being introduced. It's going to go to the Public Works Committee, I believe, or the Metropolitan Economic Development Committee. I'll fix this in post. Okay, there are also a couple things going on tomorrow night at the council where you will get to raise your voice a little bit more. Some of those, required by law to allow public comment, are known as public hearing. And on the agenda, they look like this. Okay, so public hearing items, usually you'll get 2 minutes to speak, and you can say whatever you want. You have to keep it mostly on topic and germane. Don't cuss, don't threaten people, basic stuff. If you've been in society before, you should be able to get this right. And you should. We as elected officials do not hear nearly enough from our bosses. That's you, that's constituents, taxpayers. You pay our salary. The only reason we exist is to fight for you. So you should let us know what you care about. And this is the best time to do it during public hearing. So we have a couple of these proposals under public hearing. Here's one, for example, where we're taking almost another $900,000 of taxpayer money and giving even more to the police Turns out that their police vehicles are getting way more expensive than they used to. So now, instead of just getting a nice Dodge Charger, they have to get an SUV. It's just the only option, according to IMPD, and every single officer apparently needs to have one. If you agree or if you don't agree, please come out and talk about that during public hearing. Okay, there's a couple other ones as well. Definitely check out the full annotated agenda that I prepare every single month for the city council, and that goes out in my emails. So, are you not signed up to my emails? Fix that. I'll put the link in the comments. All right, so there's things under public hearing. There's also things where you probably won't get to raise your voice, but we as counselors will, and we'll get to debate and vote for final adoption. So one example that we're voting on for final adoption is the infamous wheel tax. This is the thing that I correctly called political oppression, where Republicans are forcing this issue on us, and we have to raise a regressive tax on the working class and poor, or else our streets continue to crumble and we get no funding for our alleys. This is super contentious. Definitely let me know if you haven't before what you think about it. My position on it is I plan to vote for it. I was a co-sponsor of this. I think it is total crap that Republicans have put us in this position, but we cannot just continue to let our roads crumble. So step one, vote yes on this tomorrow. Step two, overthrow the Republican supermajority and institute an actual people's government. Okay, this video is already obviously way too long. I'm going to stop here. But just know, city government is complicated, but remember, it is our job as elected officials to explain it to you. You can always shoot me an email, shoot me a text. I'm happy to go over it with you again. I'll be producing more videos to help make it make sense. And honestly, it's not your job to have to understand all of it. It's your job to yell at me and make sure I understand all of it. So I work for you. Make sure I'm doing my job well. Solidarity forever. Okay. I got it. I'm a proposal, just a hogset proposal, but I belong in the garbage disposal. I can rhyme anything. Booyakasha.